Conversation is changing the narrative. What I intend to speak about is what most of us have in our minds, what most of us understands, what most of us align to, known as the Sustainable Development Goals. But what are these things, and how do we change the narrative as to getting to the right speech and to the right presentation right? Let's get back to the base of the whole conversation. Let's see, what is it that we're actually talking about? Late Kofi Annan once said that this world that we have isn't given to us. It's given to us to pass to the next generation. Now, this is being established, so it becomes clear. We need to set up something that is sustainable. Is it that we want to end poverty? How do we end it sustainably? All of the social vices we've been working to curb in the society. Is it that we want to end hunger? How do we end it sustainably? When we say sustainably, it simply means how do we end hunger without making sure that we've killed any other animal and any other society or any other element within the system as well? How do we do that, and how do we get it the right way? Now, if it is true we want to end poverty, if it is true we want to end hunger, if it is true we want to empower our girls, because we can't progress with half of our population left behind, then should we have goals, or should we just let it be? That is the second part of this conversation. So it can't just be I want to end hunger, yet I don't know where I want to reach to end the hunger. It can't be I want to end poverty and there's no way I want to reach to end the poverty. Then the goals has to come to play. Then also, we need to define something we call targets. So far, we came together as a UN system, set up the 17 SDG goals with 169 different targets. Now, if these things are all put together and we agreed goals are important for us to get the result, we agreed targets are important for us to get the result, and we agreed that for us to really move forward, we all need to get it right. Then the next question becomes clear. Sustainability is important, and we cannot simply just mix it, or we cannot push it forward, or we cannot leave it aside unless all of us work together to see how we achieve that. Now, this is also a problem. Next slide, please. This is the actual problem that we have. So far as a country, our motherland called Nigeria, in all of these goals that we set to achieve, if you notice, all of them are in red except 12, and even 12 is stagnant. What it simply means is we're in no way trying to reduce poverty, and that is not what we want. What it means is we are not in any way trying to reduce hunger, and this is what we want. We're in no way trying to improve level of education, and this is what we want. And we all agree these are things that we need to fix. And so if all of these are sincere problems and we want to solve them, we want to get them right, next item that has to come and play is how do we all come together to work? So the major message I want to pass here is the narrative that we want to change in coherence and working together to get this thing done. You can never achieve anything if all of us keep working in silos and in different blocks. Most of us here will be saying that we are working on the SDGs. But if you do not collaborate, if the government did not pull to work with the non-state actors, if the schools did not work with their students, if the business sectors did not work with the consumers, then we end up having a system where everybody is working. You end up having a system of trying to end hunger while you cut down trees, and the trees that you're cutting causing deforestation, yet further destroying the same society. But imagine if you all work together with this produce food and this produce the same forest and reforested, and then we have a system that works together. Now, all of these things put together create a system that really matters and create a coordination, a policy alignment, and to strengthen each other. Importantly, we make sure that we are not counteracting each other. We are not pushing each other out. And that is the only way we can change the system, and that is the only way we can get to the result. Remember, we made it clear. It is not something isolated that belongs to the United Nations called SDGs. It is something we want to achieve. Most of us, if we're asked, we want to end poverty. We want to make sure there's improved education. I had conversations with people telling me how they want to improve investment and improve money flow in the hands of people. Now, if this is our all right, then we all need goals and targets to work towards. And that's what the SDG is. Then it is not actually what is termed always a call to action. It is then a right for all of us to work towards that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a time to think. 7 years has gone into trying to get this goal. We have to start thinking immediately to get this right. In the past, we can say we do not care about the consequences of not achieving ending poverty, making sure there's enough food, making sure there's a good education. But remember something very important. You do not have the right to say how it affects you. So it's important to know, even if you do not care about the consequences of what is going on, it will still going to affect you. So the best thing is to come together and get it right. And importantly, what I want to close with in this conversation is, in the past, we had a story of dinosaurs, we had a story of megasaurs, and we're told that there was a form of a meteorite or a certain form of catastrophic event that wiped them off the earth. How about us? What is our excuse? Why do we want to end ourselves by ourselves? Thank you all for being here.